Let's move on, I guess, and look at other things.
Okay. Here's another Moscow Classic.
Yes.
Okay. And again, just so we make sure we keep the brand separate for you guys. This is one of I love this particular piece from Moscow Classic. This is the Aeronavigator. You've seen this watch before, Tim, but you haven't seen it in this configuration. We've sold, you and I have actually sold Aeronavigators before. You probably remember.
Absolutely.
But they didn't have it in the Vostok automatic movement. It was only in the manual wind movements. This just came out with the Vostok automatic movement. It's the same.
And I don't recall that in orange.
No, they didn't do it in orange before.
Either.
This is new, too. This just came out. I mean, you could argue that this is like, I mean, I'm overstating to use this phrase, but we're almost like the world premiere here because this just came out.
Would
I mean,
it
this
be fair
has
to
been
say
out.
the United States?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This has been out weeks. You know, I mean, not months. This is just came out, especially with this orange dial, and I love the orange dial on this. The Aeronavigator, and another thing about Moscow Classic is they tend to be heavy on the Cyrillic, which I do like that. I mean, I understand, you know, Vostok Europe is trying to be more of a world brand, so you see more of the English in there.
International language.
Yeah, but Moscow Classic, smaller company, smaller brand, they do tend to do a lot more in the Cyrillic, which I really like that in terms of the cool factor, you know, of it being a Russian timepiece.
Yeah, it's a Russian watch speaking in Russian, which makes complete sense.
Right. This is, again, it's got the 32 jewel movement in it. Now, I just learned something new about this one. Somebody asked, they actually asked here at Shop NBC when they were looking at the watch, why does that internal subdial go up to 100? You got to get a tight, at some point we should definitely get a tight look at that. All right, you see that internal subdial there, how it goes up to 100. Here, I'm going to
just grab that panel tool.
Okay, so we're away from it now. We're right in here, it goes up to 100. What I learned is that is a metric conversion of time. They called it, what did they say?
Is it decatime?
Decametric, decatime, yeah. And it's used in, like, the reason it's on, say, for instance, this being an aviation tied watch, it's used in space calculations, it's used in flight calculations for when you need a more accurate timekeeping.
It's time in metric, basically.
It's time in metric, so each second is actually less than what we would consider a normal
so it's
second.
1/100th. It's still 1 minute, but it'd be
it's still
1/100th of a minute versus 1/60th of a minute.
So it's actually less than a second. And that's why that's in there. And I learned all that in the process of learning about this watch. So that's one of the things I love about what I do and about being the guy who brings in the Russian watches.
It's sold out, actually. We have to go.
Okay, we have to go.
But it was a very nice story.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Sure how much he's going to have to talk about, but he's going to be here in town at least. There's another one.
Another sellout.